Woo! Woo! Oh no, man. I know it's a little bit of acting in here, but I have to try to laugh this off because you see the title. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm sorry. It's your boy, Industrial Dave. Welcome to the channel. I'm going to try and be as positive as I can. This video is to help someone so they don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. Do you see the title? Yeah, it's true. It is. I made a mistake. I'm not human. I can't blame nobody but me. Listen, I'm telling you, man, how I blew through $1 million. I did. I blew through $1 million. Dave, are you crazy? I did. Listen, I have one of my old paycheck stuff. This is one of my first paycheck stubs right here. January 10th, 2008. I want you to listen to this. $1,504. My yearly total for the year 2008 in January, $2,439.49 was my yearly total. And it's January, and the pay period was the 6th. That's disgusting. This was in 2008. You want to talk about inflation? How much was I making an hour in 2008? $28 an hour. That's terrible. People don't make that now. People don't make that now, but you know what? You guys don't have to make the same mistake. I'm lying. Okay, let's get down to the bottom of this right here. I graduated high school in 07. I started this job at the refinery in the union in September of 07. So that year, from September to December, I made $17,000. Then in 2008, I was laid off for 6 months. I did $55,000. I was 19. 2009, I did $66,000. 2010, $87,000. 2011, $96,000. 2012, $126,000. I was 23. That was a good year. 2013, I did $87K. I was 24. 2014, $96,000. 15, I did $80,000. And so these numbers, they kind of back and forth because when you're traveling as a welder, you can pretty much make what you want to make. Okay, you can decide, hey, I want to work all year, or you know what, I want to collect some unemployment and sit on my butt, right? You can do that. You really can. That's why I liked it. So 2016, I did 145. I was 27. That was a good year. I worked in New York. That was pretty cool, man. They got some union benefits out there. 2017, I did 99. 2018, 85K. And 2019, I did 96. I was 30 years old, 2019. Where's the money at? My poor grandfather, he said, you throw the money in the air and whatever stays up there, that's what he got to keep. That was me. You got to think, man. You had Boosie going around holding the money phone up. That's all I listened to. I had to have some Coogee on. I had to eat out every day. Longhorn Steakhouse, Fleming's, man, you name it. Spinning it like it didn't exist. Listen, man, you couldn't tell me nothing. I had the sound systems, the Jordans. Let me get back. That was a time to be alive, man. And my mom and dad, they tried, man. But what? I had to have it. I just had to have it. If you add all of that stuff up from 07 to 2019, I really think it's a little over $1 million. Hey, I have a new lead on life, okay? I'm doing the Dave Ramsey thing, not spending like I used to, okay? This is just, I just had to have it. And this is a problem now. Oh my God, social media wasn't even out like that yet. Dumb decisions after another. You know, like I said, I was listening to Boosie. Man, just renting and just a bunch of stupid shit. Eating out every day, buying clothes, buying shoes. I don't have no excuses, man. My first wife, she didn't have to work. You know, she'll stay at home and just, you know, and God bless her heart, man. She tried. She really tried. It was to a point. I had so much money laying around. Just randomly, she'd wash my clothes and just put up, you know, $700 here, $200 there. And it's just, man, we did it, you know? I mean, we lived in Vegas, you know, randomly we go to Mandalay Bay and spend, you know, $200 on king crabs at the time, man. And, oh, this is terrible. But you don't have to do that. Free will, you can do whatever you want. There's a price to pay. I am 34 years old. What's my price to pay? I am still renting. I don't blame nobody but me. It is what it is. I learned my lesson. Oh, man. Man, dude, just where was Dave Ramsey at back then, man? I could have paid cash. Oh my God, it was addicting back then before social media. Looking at all the videos and like, oh man, I gotta have this. Just terrible. The only thing that I kind of half-ass to show for going through $1 million by the age of 29 is I had a union job. So therefore, I have a pension. I still have a pension. Yep, my dumbass blew through the annuity. I'm just terrible. Twice. It's terrible. But I'll tell you what, I have learned a lot. And I'm glad I did that in my 20s, because my 30s been kicking my ass. Now, hopefully you could do better than I did. I don't count it up. You know what? Count it up. That's the best thing you could do. See how much you spending on fast food. See how much you spending on clothes. See how much you spending on the kids, on trips, on all this stuff. For what? Why are you going on vacation? You gotta go on vacation every holiday. If you really think about that, every time you go on vacation, it's $1,000. It's $1,000. I mean, seriously, think about it. Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, you got Christmas, you got New Year. Just right there, that's $5,000. And that's if you ain't going nowhere. And I know somebody in here is like, bro, I spent $4,000. That's minimal. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was married to my ex-wife with the kids and everything, that's $4,500 minimum. Plane tickets for 4 people. You got to stay in a decent hotel. If you're out of town, you don't know the area. The kids would have their own room. We had our own room. That's at least $250 a day. You know, we staying for 4 days. Got to get a rental car. You know, it's 4 of us. I ain't going to get no Kia. I got to get something nice and big, but that's the problem. This is the problem with America. We gotta have something nice. We gotta have the best of the best. We gotta stay at the nicest place. This is ridiculous. And I'm talking like this because I'm being funny, but I'm being serious at the same time. Are you listening to what I'm saying? I went through $1 million at 29 years old, and I am still renting. And now my rent's higher. And it's terrible. My mom and dad are very responsible adults. My mom was a stay-at-home. She was a homemaker. And I wanted to throw up. They had a place in LA, right around in 84th place in the A-Trays, whatever, gang neighborhood. But you know, it's LA. Every neighborhood is a gang neighborhood, right? That's not saying much. Anyways, their mortgage in 2008, 2007 was $1,300 to $1,200. Man, just to think the stuff that I could have did. I could have bought a house. I had $55,000 cash in my account. What was I thinking? I have no idea. And my poor wife was being a good wife, just trying, like, let's do something. I couldn't hear what she was saying because I had the L7s behind me I had the L7s and the cute, what is those things called? The Infinity Kappas, man. I didn't listen. It was me. Now, are y'all man enough or woman enough to say that it was you that fumbled the bag? This right here is real life. You too can make $1 million. This isn't a scam. The trades, I'm telling you, you can make it. You can work hard and you can do really well for yourself. Hit up your local unions, find out what it is you want to do. It could be a plumber, iron worker, scaffold builder, operator, electrician, any of these things, anything that has to deal with America's infrastructure, they're gonna pay you for it. People just don't know about this stuff. And when you do, you add the traveling to that, you can make so much money. But put it away. You don't have to go on vacation all the time. You don't have to have the best of the best. I didn't need to go to Best Buy for everything. You can go to Craigslist. You can go to Facebook Marketplace. All this stuff is here. This is the best time to have money available. There's gonna be somebody somewhere around Christmas who's gonna be really desperate 3 days before Christmas, who's gonna have a bunch of stuff for sale, who just has to have gifts under their tree. I don't care. I'm gonna have my money. I'll make sure that now that I got cash, I promise you that. But I'm gonna come up because that's other people's downfall. They desperate. They gotta have gifts under the tree. You don't have to. Y'all, we gotta take this back. We gotta take this back to the early 2000s, man. It is okay to wear the same pair of jeans twice in 1 week. Social media got all of y'all buying new clothes every weekend. I don't think y'all understand. I went through $1 million by 29 years old and I have nothing to show for it besides a whole bunch of experience, and which, you know, is cool, right? You know, I can basically handpick a job. You know, I'm 34 years old and I have pretty much more experience than most 34-year-olds in the field. You know, I can work anywhere in the world. That is cool. And that's another thing that's kind of kept me afloat, is that I've always had a cheat code. I'm a welder. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the ultimate cheat code. Like, whatever bad situation you're in, you can get out of it on the right welding job. Like, any bad situation. 7/12s for a month. Boom, $15,000, right? It's not unheard of, I promise you. You know, you can really, you work in the right place, you can make $20,000 in a month. I'm telling you, it's not unheard of. You stick on this channel and I will have more stories like this, and I'll be interviewing people that have made way more money than me doing this heavy industrial stuff. I'm telling you. I just want to encourage everybody to take it back to the early 2000s. Who cares, man? Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing, worried about what everybody else has on for what? To impress a whole bunch of broke people? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got cats. Everybody got something supercharged. They got something turbo, this, and you know, and it ain't nothing wrong with it. I love me a Hellcat. But if you get the urge, go rent one. Go spend you $1,000 and go rent it. Why do you want to buy it? You really want to go put down $5,000 and then spend $1,000 a month? You do know that car has 16 spark plugs? Mine did. You only can use 91. Are you making $14,000 a month that you can afford this stuff? And if you are making $14,000 a month, why don't you just save up and just buy a car cash? I don't understand that. You don't have to. You don't have to take a trip everywhere. You don't have to fly first class. Moderation. Everything in moderation. This will save you in the long run, or you don't have to blow through $1 million in 9 years or 10 years or whatever. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a 34-year-old guy who went through $1 million and nothing to show for it. What do I know? But hey, I hope that you learned something. Leave a comment. Call me anything you want. Leave it in the comments. I've learned from it. I promise you, I am changed. I'm not showing off for nobody no more. I really can't even say showing off because I just used to like that stuff. This episode was tough, but you know what? I am glad I went through this in my 20s because somebody somewhere is doing this in their 50s. That's a big difference. I've matured a lot, but somebody somewhere is doing this in their 50s and 60s. God bless them. But hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in with your boy Industrial Dave. Check out my other videos if you want. You guys have an industrious day. And stop spending so much god dang money. Jesus Christ.